Hmm.
How did you meet your wife? And ano yung ma-advise mo for long-term relationships sa mga taong
Okay.
karamihan ngayon, like mga Gen Z millennials na
Yeah.
nakukuha lagi sa kilig, but it's not sustainable.
Hindi na
So,
sustainable.
yeah.
Wow, that's actually that's a separate episode. But,
Oo.
but thank you.
Mahaba yung tanong mo din eh.
Hindi yung pang final eh. Yeah.
Kaya ka eh.
So, but okay, no, we can end it somewhat on ano. I met my wife. It was at a charity show during Ondoy. For some reason, I saw her, and I was carrying sacks of rice. Did I look muscular, honey? We thought we knew each other. I said, nag-high five ako sa kanya, nang ganun. Tapos there was like this electricity. And I really swear that I knew this person. Like, I was like, I know this person. And she also felt the same thing. Kilala ko to. There was this something. So that's how we met. And then obviously that progressed. And we officially really we had a connection. Like sobrang undeniable connection. Like sobrang comfortable and everything. She's my best friend. Like, she's my favorite person. I love her to death. I love her so much. So she's my best friend. I can talk to her for hours. I'm so comfortable with her. Actually didn't think we were gonna last. We didn't think diba, honey? We didn't think. We had so much problems. We didn't think we were gonna last, or we didn't exactly think na parang, yes, we really wanted to be together, but we didn't know how we would make it. Because we had our own issues that really either brought out really ugly, dark, and it was bad. My issues really hit a spot with her issues hit a spot with my issues, and it was just a constant triggering, and it was very difficult to go through. But I remember also saying that if we get through this, we will be the best versions of ourselves. If we get through this. And that was a big if at the time, and we almost actually lost. My advice for me and my wife, if you look at us from the outside, you would say break up. That's what you would say. If you saw us. Like, in terms of our issues and how we are and everything, you'd be like break up. But we knew what we had. We knew what we had. We knew we had a connection. We knew we have something. Any logical, sane person might have gotten an easier route. But it took so much work to get to a point where we are now. And sometimes I can't believe it. I'm like, oh wow, look how far we've come. Like, I can't believe it. Like, in terms of how hard it was. You can't let other people define who's the one for you. You can listen to advice. You can listen to advice, obviously. You can listen to it objectively. But a connection is a connection. We both had issues, but we both really wanted to be together. You cannot be with someone who doesn't want it as much as you. That's my first. Kasi if you want it, pero the other one doesn't, ang hirap na. Diba? You're giving it, ang hirap. Diba? Like you said, you can't change someone who doesn't want to change. And you can't force someone to want something they don't want. Same thing. We both wanted it. So that's why we worked so hard to get there. Relationships is a lot of work. And in this world where it's really easy to self-gratify and get instant rewards, it might seem like too much. But for the kids who can understand what it means, relationships take work. Friendships take work. It's really work. It takes understanding yourself and understanding your issues, communicating properly, understanding the issues of your partner, accepting them for who they are and what they're not, and working from that. Acceptance is a big key in a real relationship, because you can't choose someone you don't accept. You can't.
Yes.
There's no way to choose someone you don't accept. If marriage is a choice, you have to accept it. There's no way. You can't choose someone you don't accept. You know, that's what it is. That's what a choice is, diba? Parang you're the one that I want to. Lahat ng sayad mo, lahat ng pagkukulang mo, everything you are and everything you're not. You're the person that I would love to do that with. If I'm that person for you too, then let's work it for as long as we don't hurt each other and you don't hurt me. and I don't hurt you, or I don't know, because you also have to set a standard for yourself. If I start hurting my wife in a way that's unacceptable, or she does that to me, we even talked about it, we'll break up. She'll leave me. That's important, huh? You can't let someone be the source of your happiness. You have to be your own source of happiness. That's how it is. Another person can't be responsible for your happiness. That's just so much weight, and it's just not sustainable. Like, ikaw ang magpapasaya sa akin? Really? No.
Independent ka din.
You have to make yourself happy. The other person makes you happier, and you get to share that happiness. But if it takes another person to make yourself whole and stand, is that healthy? You have to make yourself whole and stand. So, to wrap that up, a connection is a connection. You will know it if you have. That's what it is. And I hope the people who find that connection, even if it's just a friend, even if it's a no, but if it's your best friend, you get to marry them, great. I personally don't. Getting to find someone with that is, there's not a lot of people you meet. And I would say there are also people that might not entirely meet that person, diba? Ganun yun. But the important thing is, you have to start with your own happiness. And I have a person who loves me more than anything, and I love her more than anything. But even she can't make me happy. I have to make myself happy. And the great thing about making yourself happy, even if you find that person to share it with, great. But if not, at least you're happy. So for me, that's important. Relationships take work. It's work. So and it's always gonna be hard. You just have to find the person where it's worth all that shit you have, all that really dark, hard, all those things. You find the person you wanna find the person. Ikaw, how hard it is, ikaw, I'll do it with you, ha? Like, tayo, ha? Ako din? Okay, tara, let's go. No matter how hard it gets, you choose the person that you want to do that with. With this generation, man, it's a little bit harder to do. It's so easy to get that instant gratification, to get all those little, diba? Those dopamine, like, oh, great, reward. But the things that give you deep meaning take time. If you get it in 5 days, it's not really. It won't. It can't. If you get it in a month, no. For the kids who want something that you can truly look and see how far you've come, you can't get that far in a month. To see how far you've come, it takes years. You're like, wow. The more you put into it, the more further you can look back on. You have all of these stories, and that time gives it more meaning. And you need time for that. Diba? You can't establish a deep relationship in 1 month, 6 months. I don't know. It takes time, and the more time you give it, oh my God, you have so many stories and so many moments that you got to share with someone. And I am very, very, very grateful, and actually, okay na ako. Like all of these other things, the success I have, my biggest success is getting to keep my wife.
Yan.
Right. Okay. At least we have a bit light note and diba, yung last nating napag-usapan.
Medyo na-balance naman yung bigat na. No, but I mean, me and my wife, that's a whole different topic. Yeah, but yeah, I'm really lucky. Really lucky. But we worked for it. Grabe talaga. To the point na parang we deserve to be happy. We fucking worked on it. Like when I look at her, I'm like, wow. Sometimes you don't believe that you can be happy. Like, I don't think I deserve it. No, but we work so hard to be happy. It's not. Yeah, we definitely deserved it because we worked for it. We worked to be happy, to be the kind of people that can be happy and accepts happiness and go put in the work to get it. Yun din eh. There's a lot of stories behind those.
A lot of relationships with work talaga kaakibat. Hindi marirealize ng generation ngayon na youth is not always with you. Hindi lagi nasa likod mo.
No.
We are stewards of this good earth. Hindi tayo tatagal. You gotta choose someone na you spend the rest of your life with.
It's a choice, and it's a choice to work on. It's a choice, yeah. But yeah, I mean that's a whole different topic. Like the current state of relationships for this generation, for Gen Z. I don't know if I'm personally qualified to see it. I have to see it more in a deeper skate, because I mean, who's to say that there aren't deep relationships being made right now by Gen Z? I think I don't want to stereotype them. I just think that they live in a harder type of world where really it's so easy kasi to have choices. So like choosing is a little bit harder because you have all these choices. So I'm saying like it's so easy now. Like it's so easy to have all these relationships in front of you. But at the end of the day, you have to choose someone. I mean, you have to choose someone. Like, and whoever that choice is for you is up to you. The work is the same. All of these things. You just have more choices now.
Pero kung wala kang mahanap and you're comfortable with it, it's fine.
That's fine. Absolutely. Like at least that's why I said being happy with yourself is the so. Yeah, kasi kung masaya ka sa sarili mo, and even if you're with someone and hindi ka masayang tao, you think that other person who loves you more than anything. I'm telling it to you now, I am with that person. I've married that person. If I didn't want to be happy and I'm not happy with myself, she couldn't make me happy. As much as she loves me. If I chose to still be unhappy, or if I chose to let myself go through a hole or a certain place, no matter how much she loves me, if I didn't want to be happy or not happy with myself, she couldn't do it. Yes, my son. 2 minutes, baby. 2 minutes, okay? Oh, yan ang anak ko na wants to play Minecraft. So, daddy, play mo, narinig niyo yun, ha?
Si boss.
Sorry pa, boss.
No, nandun na. But, yeah, that's why, even if you don't meet that person, if you're happy with yourself, my God, you can still have friendships, relationships. Who says you can't have relationships? You just didn't have that person. And if you're happy with yourself and that's the kind of life you want, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. There's no wrong way to live a full life. Doesn't mean that you have to have a family. Doesn't mean that you have to meet the love of your life. Many ways to experience relationships. There's no one way.
Busog na busog yung puso namin. Maraming salamat.
Advice.
Oh, no problem. Just sharing. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it.